Hello everyone, and I hope you're all well. It's me, Brad the Lad, and today I will be reacting to the new Premier League fixtures. I've just come home from college. I kind of know what they are already. This is my little review of what the Premier League fixtures are going to be. So guys, if you don't know them already, it starts with on the Friday the 9th of August, so the first week I've got televised fixtures. So we'll get on to the rest in a minute, but my team, Manchester United, are at home to Chelsea at Old Trafford on Sunday the 11th of August. It's a 4:30 kick-off. I think it is going to be a really exciting game for United fans. If we can get the players that we want, I think we can get the win. I think because Chelsea are on a transfer ban, they've got Eden Hazard out of the club, and they've got problems elsewhere as well. So I think they're looking for a new manager as well. As Maurizio Sarri is probably going to be the new Juventus manager, with Frank Lampard expected to take over, is what I've heard from a lot of people. So Manchester United at home to Chelsea at Old Trafford. That is a pretty good start for an exciting big fixture at Old Trafford. I'm happy it's a home game as well, because we always tend to struggle at Stamford Bridge. United playing on my birthday as well. Hopefully Sky Sports decide to rearrange it for the 23rd or something like that, because on the 22nd of February it's my birthday, and I'd love, to celebrate a birthday win or something like that, if you get what I mean. But if it happens, I'll accept it, but we'll carry on. So the Premier League starts on the 9th of August. As I said, it's a Friday fixture. Liverpool are at home. The Champions League winners will be playing against newly promoted Norwich City at Anfield. So Lewis, you've said you always wanted to go to Anfield, so maybe this is your opportunity. And the lunchtime kickoff is actually on BT Sport, because it used to be on BT Sport on early kickoffs, and they've switched it back to early kickoff. So Manchester City, the Premier League champions, will be going to West Ham against Manuel Pellegrini's team. Of course, Pellegrini won the Premier League with Manchester City. Newly promoted Sheffield United will be going to Bournemouth. They start their Premier League campaign. I think it's the first ever time both teams have met in the Premier League. So that's a good start for Sheffield United, maybe. A bit of dust there. Bournemouth will be playing newly promoted Sheffield United. They actually played a newly promoted team last season in Cardiff, so that's pretty interesting there. Burnley are at home this time in the Premier League. They're playing Southampton, and those two teams met on the opening weekend last season as well. It finished Southampton 0, Burnley 0 in that game. Crystal Palace are at home to Everton at Selhurst Park. I think Ben supports them, so Ben, if Benbow Gaming, that's his channel, subscribe to him. Yeah, they've got Everton at home. I think that'll be quite a tight game at Selhurst Park. Leicester versus Wolves in a bit of a Midlands derby there. That'll be quite an interesting game as well. Watford are against Brighton, as it was last season. Watford won 2-0 at Vicarage Road. And in the evening kick-off, Tottenham Hotspur, the Champions League final runner-ups, are at home to newly promoted Aston Villa. On Sunday, Arsenal are away at Newcastle at St James's Park. And of course, I've already mentioned about Man United. They will be at home against Chelsea. So that is a pretty good start. And if we can go onto the BBC Sport website, which I often use, to give me all the Premier League fixtures, for the further weeks. We don't have any televised fixtures from then. They will be announced on the 5th of July, I've found out. So, August. So, in the second week, Man United are away to Wolves. Now, we lost twice to Wolves last season, and I think Wolves is our bogey team. We didn't beat them last season. We drew 1-1 at Old Trafford and lost 2-1 away in the League and Cup. So that is not an impressive start from last year, and we hope to improve that, and maybe this time we might get a win against Wolves. Let's hope that we can do so and improve that record and make sure we don't have a record like Arsenal did it away at Stoke, like they often struggle there. So Wolves, that's a game we need to improve on as well. Obviously, they are a really, really good team. You can't fault them. You can't fault the quality that they've got, but we need to improve when we play Wolverhampton Wanderers away from home. Other fixtures: Arsenal will be playing Burnley for their first game at the Emirates. Aston Villa, their first home game back in the Premier League, will be against Bournemouth. Brighton versus West Ham. Chelsea will entertain Brendan Rodgers' Leicester. Everton are at home to Watford. Manchester City versus Spurs, that's a big game. And Norwich versus Newcastle at Carrow Road. The first Premier League game back at Carrow Road for Norwich. And Sheffield United will entertain Crystal Palace. Southampton versus Liverpool, and of course, as I mentioned, United away at Wolves. In the third week, I won't do every single week, don't worry. Third week, I'll do it to the fourth week, and then I'll look at the Christmas fixtures, and then I'll look at some fixtures in the new year. So the 24th of August, this is the third week. Aston Villa against Everton. Man City are away at Bournemouth. Brighton Southampton. Liverpool Arsenal, again another big clash. Manchester United got Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. Norwich versus Chelsea. Sheffield United versus Leicester. Tottenham versus Newcastle. Watford West Ham, and Wolves versus Burnley. And the fourth week of the Premier League fixtures is North London derby, Arsenal versus Spurs at the Emirates. Burnley versus Liverpool, Chelsea Sheffield United, Crystal Palace Villa, Everton versus Wolves, Leicester versus Bournemouth, Manchester City versus Brighton, Newcastle Watford, Southampton Man United, and West Ham versus Norwich. Okay, let's go into the Christmas fixtures and see what we have there. So on the, I believe the Christmas period actually starts on the 21st of December, and then in late January. So the fixtures are, let's go from the 21st. So Aston Villa will play against Southampton. Bournemouth versus Burnley. Brighton versus Sheffield United. Everton versus Arsenal. Man City versus Leicester. Newcastle Crystal Palace. Norwich versus Wolves, Tottenham versus Chelsea, Watford against Man United, and West Ham versus Liverpool. On Boxing Day is Aston Villa against Norwich, Bournemouth versus Arsenal, Chelsea Southampton, Crystal Palace against West Ham, Everton versus Burnley, Leicester versus Liverpool, Man United at home to Newcastle, Sheffield United versus Watford, Tottenham versus Brighton, and Wolves Man City. And on the last game of 2019 for everyone in the Premier League is Arsenal Chelsea, Brighton versus Bournemouth, Burnley Man United, Liverpool Wolves, Man City Sheffield United, Newcastle Everton, Norwich versus Spurs, Southampton versus Crystal Palace, Watford Aston Villa, and West Ham versus Leicester. Now I'm going to check on my birthday weekend, my 18th birthday. As I've said, the 22nd of February, we are at home to Watford. I'm hoping I can go to that game. So on that weekend, Arsenal have Everton, Burnley versus Bournemouth, Chelsea versus Tottenham. It's pretty much the reverse of the boxing weekend. The week before actually, wasn't it? Crystal Palace versus Newcastle, Leicester Man City, Liverpool West Ham, Man United Watford, as I've just pointed out like twice, Sheffield United Brighton, and Southampton Aston Villa, and Wolves against Norwich. And the last one I'm going to look at actually is the last day of the Premier League season. We are away to Leicester. So if we win the league, which we probably won't, but we can stay optimistic about it. If we're in a title race like City and Liverpool were to take it to the last day, we play Leicester, which will be really, really hard, especially, come on, get your words right, away from home. So, and if we can win it before that, if we're comfortable title winners, which is massively doubtful, we would probably lift the trophy against West Ham. So, that's from a United point of view. You know, that's what I'm hoping for, but realistically, I know it's not going to happen. I know we're looking at good targets, but you know, with I think the De Ligt situation is over. I think Bruno Fernandes is quite close. Apparently, I've heard rumours that we're chasing Griezmann, which is quite interesting actually. Here's some transfer gossip if you're interested. Atletico Madrid's chief executive Miguel Angel Gilmarin has confirmed that Antoine Griezmann will move to Barcelona, so maybe it's not going to happen if the chief executive of Atletico Madrid is saying that. Manchester United want to make a late bid to sign Griezmann and are prepared to offer Atletico Madrid £95 million. That's according to The Sun. I don't think many people trust The Sun, personally. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola has dismissed he is considering taking a break from football at the end of the season. Well, it's quite sad news for United fans, isn't it? Liverpool have renewed their interest in Nabil Fekir, but will not pay the £53 million fee they agreed with the Ligue 1 club for 25-year-old France international last summer. Juventus sporting director Fabio Paratici, if I pronounce that right, has arrived in London to conclude a deal for Chelsea's Italian manager Maurizio Sarri. Chelsea refused to let Sarri leave until the champions meet the Blues' compensation demands. Chelsea defender Emerson Palmieri has been linked with a move to Juventus as well, and he says he's happy at Chelsea, according to the Star. Manchester United have finally ended their pursuit of Gareth Bale, ruling out a move for the 29-year-old winger. It's not looking good news in today's gossip for United fans. Only it is just gossip. You can't believe everything you read on the media. Matthias de Ligt's agent Mino Raiola has met Paris Saint-Germain sporting director Antero Henrique. I'm trying to read it and pronounce it perfectly. Over the transfer of 19-year-old and Ajax, a Netherlands defender. The clubs are close to reaching an agreement of €75 million, £66.6 million. French champions PSG have offered De Ligt a 5-year deal worth €12 million a year, but Raiola has denied he travelled to France for talks with PSG to sort out a deal for De Ligt. West Ham are close to signing Villarreal attacking midfielder Pablo Fornals, and a £24 million deal for the Spaniard could be completed by the end of the week. Tottenham's pursuit of Lyon and France midfielder Tanguy Ndombele is being complicated by his £70 million €66.6 price tag. Chelsea will not take up the option to buy Croatian midfielder Mateo Kovacic from Real Madrid. The 25-year-old is instead set for return to Inter Milan. AC Milan are interested in signing Liverpool's Croatian centre-back Dejan Lovren, according to Sky Sports. Liverpool will consider letting Lovren leave if they receive an offer for at least £25 million for the defender. Manchester United's Belgium forward Romelu Lukaku has said Inter Milan boss Antonio Conte is the best manager in the world, and that along with the Premier League, Serie A is the league he would always dream of playing in, according to ESPN. Manchester United will hold out for at least £150 million for France midfielder Paul Pogba this summer. Arsenal in advanced talks to sign Saint Etienne's English 18-year-old defender William Saliba. Chinese club Dalian Yifang's Belgium winger Yannick Carrasco says he hopes to return to Europe this season amid interest from Arsenal. Arsenal's Uruguay midfielder Lucas Torreira says there are not many things he enjoys about life in England after moving from Italian side Sampdoria last summer. And I think there is a few more I need to read. Wolves have contacted fellow Premier League club Burnley about signing James Tarkowski, who is a potential target for Leicester. England defender Kyle Walker is set to open talks with Manchester City over extending his contract with the Premier League champions, according to The Sun. Manchester City look set to miss out on Sochai midfielder Lucien Agume, with the 17-year-old Cameroon France youth international expected to sign for Inter Milan. And Championship final, playoff final winners Aston Villa are set to make a move for £14 million to sign Leeds United Calvin Phillips, and that is the news. So that is my reaction to the Premier League fixtures. I think Chelsea at home I feel pretty confident about. I've never felt confident about a United versus Chelsea game. I did feel like that last season that we could go and get a win because of Chelsea's poor away form and their record at Old Trafford. But we've got a 1-1 draw in that game. I thought we'd turn up, but we didn't. I think maybe this time it's a new season. Some of the bad eggs at the club are leaving. It looks to be like Lukaku and possibly Pogba as well. We've got Daniel James in. We're getting some promising news from a lot of targets elsewhere. I think Daniel James, I hope he gets a lot of games at the club. I hope Martial and Rashford can improve. I think they need this summer break to continue and just have a break from football, and they will come back and they will be fresh, and hopefully they'll be fresh and ready and start challenging for the league. So maybe if we get when these deals are done, I'm going to be doing my own transfer. When the transfers are done, I will do my own Premier League table prediction for the new season. So at the moment, as a United fan, I'm a bit more optimistic than I was towards the end of the season. Let's just say that. So guys, I hope you all enjoy your day. Tomorrow I will be back for the FIFA 13 throwback. It could be Saturday actually. I'll do it on Saturday instead. It will be the FIFA 13 throwback. I'm going to have a day off tomorrow from filming and doing videos. I'm going to have a day off. I'm in college all day tomorrow, so I'll be pretty knackered as well. So yeah, I think it's best I'll do it Saturday, and I will see you all, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Please like, subscribe, and comment below on your thoughts on this video. Goodbye.